Let's talk about a couple different views in Word. So some things that can help you. You will notice that I have a ruler here along the top and down the side of my document. Sometimes that is not showing, so if you go to View, you can turn your ruler on and off. I like to leave mine on by default. Another thing that can be helpful is the navigation pane. So I've turned that on, and we can organize it by headings, and you see how our headings are helping us already right here. It's got a list of all of them that we've set, the title, and then heading 1, heading 2, heading 1 again. Let's see, 1, 2, these are heading 3, heading 2, heading 1 again. And you can also organize it by pages if you just want to get an overview of your document like that. So these are all handy things that those headings can do for you. The other thing that the navigation pane can do is if you're searching for a word, like I'm going to search for program because I know that is there, and it shows me that there are 13 results for program. This can be helpful if you're searching for a name and want to change it in a document, or a multitude of things. So there's the search, the navigation pane, and you can see I can turn it on here. It also is, you can also find it, you can also find it on the Home tab. If you click Find, it'll pop up the navigation pane right here. So those are two ways to get to the navigation pane. And then I wanted to show you, I'm going to turn the navigation pane on again, so I'm going to click Find this time, and I want to organize by headings. And then I do want to show you that you can organize it as an outline view. So instead of it being your document, you see how it has the sections kind of highlighted here, and you have some options up here to move things up a level or down a level. So if you're working with an outline, it can be really helpful, especially if you're trying to organize yourself for writing a paper. So that is the outline view and the navigation pane. I forgot to mention that also in the outline view and navigation pane, you can minimize what you are looking at here so that you have less to look at any one time. Okay, I'm going to close the outline view now and close my navigation pane, and we're going to go talk about margins. So if I need to change my margins, which we often have to do, I'm going to go to the Layout or Page Layout tab, Page Layout in Office 2013. We have a lot of options here for how the page will look. Often you want to set custom margins. That's all the way at the very bottom. It pops up this page setup window, and you can change your margins here by typing in or by clicking up and down on the arrows. This can be helpful if you have a paper that needs certain margins, or if you need to fit it in a certain length. You can change the margins to help make your paper shorter or longer. And I'm not going to mess with gutter positions or anything, but just to also point out that in page setup, the paper size is there, and then there's some header and footer options here, and we're going to get into headers and footers in a minute. So what I'm doing here is working my way through the chapter, trying to hit the highlights. I'm not hitting everything, but hit the highlights, and we're still in chapter 11 and talking about page breaks. So if I look here, let's see if I can find a spot where I might want a page break. Now, right here, this issues to consider, or the description of program, actually, I want this to all stick together on the next page. So I'm going to stick my cursor right there, and then if you think about it, you're inserting. So if you go to Insert, you've got a page break option here. We also had one on the Layout tab. You've got more options here for breaks on the Layout tab. There's the page break. We'll get into column breaks and those things a little later, but I just want to insert a page break. So like that, and then you'll notice that I have this blank space here. Now, you probably know, if you've used Word before, that you can go enter, 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 and do the same thing. But watch what happens. Sometimes things get a little messed up, like I've got this whole blank page here now. That does not help. So if you have watched the other video on the Home tab, we turn on our paragraph formatting marks, sorry, and we don't want to use lots of returns if we can just use what Word will do for us. So we want to insert a page break rather than lots of returns. That way, if I go back up here and type something in this section, it doesn't push my returns down to the next page. It leaves this nice and clean at the top of the page. Use page breaks if you want a page break. Don't hit return.